time of the week when we're going to be hearing from Melissa and Trisania. All they have prepared for us, jump on over to YouTube and to Facebook, and you will get to be in on all the great stuff they have to share with us today. And we're talking about all things Jamaican. It's a My Jamaica this with 60 and we're nice. So I'm going to turn it over to them and let them do their thing, and then we'll talk a little bit. Remember now to jump on over to Facebook and YouTube so you can see us and see them too, and hear what they have to say. Who is that first up? All right, let's bring up Melissa Robinson. How you doing, Melissa?
Hey, good morning. I'm fabulously fine. Thank you. And how are you?
I am doing well, doing well. Great to have you on. And then
Awesome.
we
Thank
have
you.
Trisania Drummond. Well, Melissa is from Distinction College. And then we have Trisania Drummond, and she's from NCU. How you doing, Trisania? Trisania? I just heard Trisania, and then I don't hear her again. Come on, Trisania. I don't know what's happening. Oh, no. Melissa, talk again.
Hi, Nadine and Blair.
All right. So, Trisania, if you're hearing me, oh, hold on. If you're
Just enter
hearing,
the room.
I'm sorry, what was that? If you're hearing me, Trisania, maybe you need to log out and log back in. I'm not sure because we were just talking off air. I don't know what's happening now. So we rebuke that.
Amen.
All right. Okay. She said she's hearing, but we weren't hearing her. So let's see if we can make that happen and bring her back on. But how have you been enjoying doing the feature? What has that been like for you, Melissa?
Fun. So exciting doing the feature.
Mhm.
It's nice. And you get to do our research and then, of course, we present what we've learned. So,
Right.
very
Right.
interesting.
Right. I know what's coming up, and I'm excited to hear you guys present it. And I was very impressed. Let me see if I can add back Trisania. Trisania, are you there now? Ah, Sarah, is what this now?
Come on, Tris.
Oh my goodness, we just you know what? Yes, do that again. Do that again. Something like you were moving something, and we heard a sound. I don't like this. Let me see if I can get her on the phone. Um, all right. Really sorry about this, guys, our listeners, because I know you've been waiting and you want to hear what we have coming up. So we're gonna.
Hi.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh,
Hello.
Hello.
hello. Talk again.
Hi.
All right,
Okay.
good. We're hearing you.
Okay,
So
great.
you know what? Make a hurry up and let you two start. So,
Please.
all right, go right ahead.
All right. So,
Go right ahead. Trisania,
welcome to. So,
one
welcome
second.
to yet another My Jamaica feature this. We're 60 and we're nice.
Oh, yes, Melissa, we most certainly are 60 and nice. And you know what, Melissa? I am so excited for today's feature. And I can tell that you are too. So tell us, Melissa, what's in store for today's feature?
Trisania, I think someone already told you. But let me share with our lovely listeners. For today, My Jamaica This feature will be delving in some of Jamaica's scrumptious dishes.
Honestly, Melissa, I can feel my mouth watering already. And on that note, I think it's only fair for me to share the first dish for today's feature. And that is our national dish, ackee and saltfish.
Yeah.
Now, this is a dish that's enjoyed widely by many Jamaicans, and I'm sure that you will agree. Because
Definitely.
once you travel and you come back home, now this dish is something that you must bless your taste buds with. Now, this dish is perfect for breakfast or brunch, but there's also no rule that you can't have it for dinner too, so you can go right on ahead and do that. You know that the savory taste of those yellow akis, seasoned to perfection with those fresh green herbs such as the thyme. Oh wow, I can already smell the aroma of the aki and the saltfish being sauteed in some coconut oil with some plump red tomatoes, crunchy onions, and some fresh green scallions. Wow. You know, whoever made that dish first, they had the exact right idea. But here's a bit of background about ackee and saltfish. Now, the fruit is African and the fish is European, but the finished dish is most certainly authentically Jamaican. Now, the ackee fruit, which grows on a large tree, it originates in West Africa and is thought to have been brought to the Caribbean during the mid 1700s. Saltfish is another import and is traditionally made from an old preservative process known as salting. And this is where the codfish was salted. Wow. You know what, Melissa? All of this ackee and saltfish talk is kind of making me a bit hungry. So let's hear what Jamaican food you would like to share.
Word, Chisanya, I must confess, that made my mouth a little bit watery too. But not as much as my favorite Jamaican food. Now, this is brown stewed chicken. You can eat this with food or you can eat it with rice. There's no clear indication of the origin of brown stewed chicken. However, here's a bit of information about it. This dish is typically eaten for dinner throughout the English speaking Caribbean island. This dish is popular in Jamaica, Antigua, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, St. Lucia, Grenada, Belize, Dominica, and the Caribbean communities around the world. Listen, whenever I have this meal for my breakfast, my belly is entirely full. I don't need to even snack or anything because it's a hearty breakfast. Now, that savory brown chicken with spicy gravy, that is just right. Then, to balance the greatness, you can eat either ground provision if you choose, or you can just eat it with some white rice. So, Trisania, tell me, what is your favorite thing to eat the brown stew chicken with?
Well, Melissa, honestly, you know, I can't lie. I think I like it with both. But if I have to choose one, I would have to say the white rice. And that brings me to my third food, which is jerk chicken and rice and peas. Now,
Mm.
this one is quite similar to the national Sunday dinner of Jamaica, which is fried chicken and rice and peas. And you have to agree, that's definitely our national Sunday dinner.
Facts.
Yes. Now, the only difference is that jerk chicken is literally a party in your mouth. You know, with all the seasonings combined, such as the pimento, the hot
Mhm.
scotch bonnet pepper, those flavorful garlic cloves, the brown sugar, and the thyme. Wow, need I go on, Melissa? And you know, on that note, here's a bit about how jerk came about.
Mhm.
No, according to research, the art of jerking or cooking with jerk spice originated with Amerindians in Jamaica from the Arawak and the Taino tribes who intermingled with the Maroons. Now, what they did, they combined their meat cooking techniques and native Jamaican seasonings and ingredients to develop the cooking technique of jerk.
Whoa. You know something, Trisania? We cannot list the Jamaican dishes without speaking about the escovitch fish. No. Trisania, you smell that? Just
I wish I
picturing,
could.
oh God, just picture this. Picture the fish garnished with carrot, onions, scotch bonnet pepper, slices with some perfectly sliced bami, and just two festival. Trisania. The unique tangy taste and flavor just keep you coming back for more. Especially Elsia fish. Let us talk a little bit about the Elsia fish. I must add that there's something especially special about Elsia fish. I don't know if it is the seawater, I really don't know.
It
But just
probably
something
is.
about the flavor. There, I don't know. But there's something about it. It just tastes different from even when you cook it at home. But here's a short background of escovitch fish in Jamaica. Now, its origin is from Spain, which is introduced to Jamaica during the 16th century. The word escovitch is from the Spanish word escabiche, which is used to describe a dish that has been pickled. No, it is a great way. Back in the days, it was a great way to keep food from being spoiled. Because we never really have a refrigerator back in the day, so it was a method. And can you believe that based on just using this method, it ended up turning out into a delicious, delicious dish? Can you believe that? Wow.
Right, Melissa, honestly. And you know what? I think we could go on and on and on all day about all of these amazing meals and dishes. But let me talk about the sweet, sweet curried goat.
Mm.
Okay. So here's a bit of history about curry in Jamaica. Now, curry was possibly first introduced here by the English, who knew it through their colonization of India, and by the East Indians who came to the island in the 19th century. Now, according to this research, curried goat is the most famous of our curry dishes. But you know what? I disagree. I definitely believe that curried chicken is the most famous curry dish here in Jamaica. But you know what? We work with this research and say that curry goat.
True.
Okay.
Chicken is cheaper than goat, so probably that's why. I don't
It
know.
is. But you know what, Melissa, that juicy goat meat that was marinated in rich seasonings such as the onion,
Mm.
the thyme, the garlic, and the bell and the scotch bonnet peppers, it gives you such a delicious and savory taste, especially when it's paired with white rice and a side of fried ripe plantains. Trust
Mhm.
me, it's one of the best tasting dishes. And on that note of best tasting dishes, we have to make an honorable mention of the lovely Nadine Blair's favorite Jamaican dish. Now, this one is expensive and it's for those who have a quote unquote expensive palate. And yes, you guessed it right, it's oxtails. You know, Melissa, I really believe that she's definitely the PR and brand ambassador for oxtails, because she really loves it. And I'm sure that many
Oh,
Jamaicans
yeah.
and I'm sure many Jamaicans love it too.
Yes, yes. And I can already smell the tantalizing aroma of the Jamaican style oxtail stewed, cooked with the butter bean, and flavor with browning sauce, including pimento, ginger, thyme, and scotch bonnet pepper. It is so great. Those tender pan seared oxtail cooked down in delicious browning gravy with a touch of Jamaican delicious spices. Just give it the burst of flavors. Wow.
Melissa, it sounds like you could be a great oxtail PR too, because that description, it kind of had my mouth watering a little. Now, here's a bit of background about oxtail. Now, a Jamaican oxtail in particular is reminiscent of the African one-pot cooking traditions used by the African slaves and Maroons on the island as early as the mid 1500s. Now, as you can tell, oxtails came a very, very far way from a one-pot plantation food to
Mhm.
now a gourmet meal. Wow, Melissa, we've talked about so many of our savory Jamaican foods. Now let's talk about our unique and delicious sweet treats. I'll tell you what, Melissa, I will share my favorite Jamaican sweet treat and you will share yours. How does that sound?
Sounds good. Yes. Now you're speaking my language.
You know what, Melissa, I must confess, I'm somewhat of a sweet tooth, to be honest. So I have many, many, many favorites among Jamaican sweet treats. But since I have to just choose one, I have to say coconut drops.
Mm.
Melissa, I love these so, 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 so much that I've even attempted to make them at home. And please don't ask me how that went. Let's just
I
say that
won't.
you
I
know
won't.
how grandma used to make them. But Melissa, I just really love coconut just because of the smooth, milky taste of the coconut paired with the sweetness of the sugar and that pungent, spicy taste that the ginger gives. And it's such a great combination. What's your favorite Jamaican sweet treat?
Mhm. Sister, yeah, I love greater cake. When you talk about sweet, this at the list. I love how the little red grated coconut flakes just sit on the snow white coconut flakes with a hint of peppermint flavor. Every time when I'm eating this Jamaican treat, my friends would say, I don't know how you eat this. This is just pure sugar.
It is, Melissa.
That I know, but I just can't resist it. So, Radioland, listen, if it's your first time coming to Jamaica or if you're visiting just for a few weeks, here's some real Jamaican food that you must try. Rondon with boiled banana and roast breadfruit. You must try that. Saltfish with roast yam, jerk chicken and festival, roast fish, steamed fish with tonka meal or polenta, manish water, stew peas with white rice, blue jaws, also known as dukuno, sweet potato pudding, gizzarda, peanut cake, chocolate tea, and the Jamaican sorrel, just to name a few. Well, Chisanya, I wonder what my canteen is cooking for lunch because my taste buds are very excited right now after talking about this meal.
Melissa, I was just thinking the exact same thing.
Oh Lord, I tell you. Well, Chisanya, all good things must come to an end.
I agree, but don't worry, we'll be here again next Thursday at 11:05 a.m. right here on Love 101.
I cannot wait. Until then, am I Jamaica this? We're 60 and we're nice. I am Melissa Robinson.
And I'm Chisanya Drummond. Please join us again right here on Love 101 FM, the family station.
Hi, wow. Very good, guys. You guys got me hungry this morning. I was like, where is the food they're talking about? I want some right here now.
That's why we gave you the video.
Oh, where's the video? I need to play that now. Wow. But thank you very much. And what about some of the things that you learned about the how some of the foods came here? You want to share anything that stood out to you?
Well, the one thing that stood out for me was that jerk came about from the Tainos and the Africans intermingling and coming up with a way to create a great way of cooking then basically something that tasted delicious and it represented parts of both of the different cultures.
Right,
That's what stood out for me.
right.
And even for the escabeche, the whole entire process, just to know that back in the days it was really used to just preserve. And now look,
Right.
we're using it as a dish. So that was very interesting for me because I never know that.
Yeah, well, look at what you know when you learn when you're doing Jamaica 60 and we're nice. Well, last week, what was it last week?
Music.
Music, right? We did the music and we heard all about the different, well, as many genres. And you didn't know last week that back in the day, they never really call it genres. So,
Right.
Right.
when we were asking Mr. Kitson, he was saying they just call it church music. And we're
Church
like,
music,
what?
right.
And now you learn something else. Well, guess what? By God's grace, next week you will get to share with us another look at something sweet about Jamaica. So
Definitely.
yeah. So we look
Definitely.
forward to that. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. There you have it. Trisania Drummond and Melissa Robinson sharing inside my Jamaica this with 60 and with nice.
Nice. Oh yes, oh yes. And my Jamaica this with 60 and with nice.
Join us as we take a look at the things that make our country great.
Our people, our music, and so much more.
Let's venture down memory lane and remember all the things that put our country on the map.
That's right. And my Jamaica this with 60 and with nice. Listen on Thursday at 11:05 a.m. right here on Love 101, the family station.
All right. Thank you so much. This is Love 101 FM, the family station.